A couple years ago, you unveiled a brand new seat-centric system. Can you tell us where that is in terms of rollout and progress?
Yes. So we're making a lot of progress with the with PAVES on Demand. When we launched it a couple of years ago, we called it PAVES 3. Since then, we rebranded a little bit the branding because people get confused.
Yeah.
So we're making a lot of progress on that. Right now, we're scheduled to have Airbus and Boeing offerability on this later 2014 for Boeing, and early 2015 for Airbus.
Wow, that's great news! Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. So we're pretty happy about that progress.
Is that specific types? Is that the narrow bodies?
Yes. It'll be on the 737s and the Airbus A320s and their future generation of single aisle as well.
Oh, wow, that's great. And you also have a customer in Thompson, is that right?
Thomas Cook?
Thomas Cook.
Yes.
Thomas Cook. Tell us about that.
But it's not for the PAVES on Demand system. Yeah. It's actually the PAVES 2, or that's now rebranded PAVES Broadcast, which is a broadcast system.
Okay.
Which is the overhead that we have currently. And also, we're working with them in conjunction for the wireless system that they're installing, they're hoping to install later as well.
So tell us about this. Do you envisage aircraft then that will have the kind of overhead in addition to wireless?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, what we see the market doing is the market's become more fragmented, more choices. It used to be that you only had overhead, you talk about overhead aircraft or in-seat aircraft. Now people talk about a combination of.
Right.
So you have, I think last count, I saw 8 different combinations of wireless, overhead, and in-seat. So you can have, some airline would prefer in-seat up the front, overhead at the back, and wireless throughout. And you see all kinds of combinations like that.
Well, that's good news on many counts for you guys, because you offer now solutions kind of across that. And I know you get asked this very regularly, and I have to ask again, will you see yourself doing embedded again in the wide body market with new installs down the road? Do you see a progression to that again? Well,
in the future, I guess right now we're focusing on the single aisle market, but the future, you never know.
That would be interesting. So when you take kind of a step back and a broad look at where the industry is headed, it seems like passengers are kind of insatiable on a number of different levels. What are you seeing?
So one of the things that's changed a lot the last couple of years is the impact of personal devices. And what we see is that they will want to have multiple ways of interacting with the aircraft. So it's either the in-seat system, it's either the personal device. But the personal device, what we see is it's drive the need for connectivity a lot more than it does change the behavior on whether they select in-seat or overhead systems. So we see that's changing how the airline will have to interact with passengers, but it certainly opens up a lot of opportunity as well in terms of revenue generation. We've heard it earlier in the week in the education session at Apex. There's a big thing on how to generate more revenue by doing duty-free shopping, or that opens up with wireless, opens up with connectivity. So there's a lot of changes, but I think you as an industry, we're adapting. And I think that there'll be a lot of opportunity for actually more equipment. I'm not seeing less equipment on the aircraft.
And that flexible equipment.
Yes.
That's able to support all of those buy on board programs. So then finally, what is your kind of messaging to airlines this week at the Expo?
That Rockwell Collins, we're a significant player, that we're entering the market, that we want to stay here for the long term. I think we had some questions, people, when we exited the market in the twin aisle and we're re-entering, whether this is something that we just do as a hobby. It is not.
Yes.
It is an area that we see as a growth opportunity. So we're investing a lot in our product, and we also want to be a full service provider. That's how we want to grow to be. It's not just selling in-seat. We don't want to be known as just the in-seat guy or the overhead guys or the wireless guys. I think where we're going is to have a full suite of solutions.
And that includes, of course, the cockpit, and you recently won that great award with Boeing in the 737 MAX, so you're kind of looking cockpit and cabin in many respects, and I can only imagine the types of solutions down the road, particularly with the Air Ink Buy that you guys might be able to offer.
Which we'll figure out eventually how the synergy will work.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.